have an opportunity a lot of time to talk to pharmacy students about careers, because yes, I am a pharmacist, but no, I don't have a clinical practice. I don't practice pharmacy in the traditional sense. And there are a lot of students like myself, who going through the pharmacy school curriculum start to realize that clinical pharmacy isn't for them, and that can be a crisis point for a lot of students. I remember when I was a P2, and the girl I was dating at the time, who's now my wife of 6 years, I saw her get really excited about clinical pharmacy, and I realized at the same time that passion wasn't growing within me. And I also realized at the same time that I didn't really see myself as a community pharmacist long term. It's something that I enjoy, but I wanted something that would really get my brain going more on kind of a day-to-day. And I find a lot of students also have kind of similar points in their pharmacy career where they get the point where they think, what can I do with pharmacy? And so my advice for those students, generally speaking, is that your options within pharmacy are more diverse than you understand. And your options today will not be your options 10 years from now. Jobs of pharmacists 10 years from now are really hard to describe. And so, for me, I found my passion through research and through teaching, and that's what led me to the PhD, and that's where I am right now. So I'm a research track faculty member at UNC Eshelman School of Pharmacy, and that's been a good career for me. A lot of other students find opportunities to engage through things like PBMs, managed care, insurance, those diversity of fields that exist for pharmacists who have this interest in pharmacy practice, not necessarily a whole lot of interest in clinical, but also not a whole lot of interest in community. And so what I always encourage those students to do is number one, talk to people. Sit down, talk to people, find people who are in roles that you're interested in. They exist, and just cold email them. And then also understand that the thing that you do immediately after pharmacy school, that first opportunity that you get, will not be your last opportunity. If you end up going for residency and don't get it, it's not the end of the world. If you find yourself your P4 year not knowing what you want to do, and you go into the workforce for a while and then kind of rediscover a different path, that's very, very common. I've got a lot of friends who went CVS and are now in managed care, for example. Complete changes in their career path. Even just 5 years out of pharmacy school. And so there's a diversity of opportunity for students. Talk to the most people that you can, sit down with them, email them, do whatever you can for that, and understand that your first opportunity out of pharmacy school is not your last opportunity, and your ability to succeed is within you and not what you end up doing right after pharmacy school.